Hello there, my fellow Disney fan, and I'm your host, Disney Dingus, and today I will be doing the first episode of Disney Dingus Daily. So I've been trying to get this video out for almost a week now, and there just really hasn't been any news to talk about, so I'm really excited to get this video out. We actually have a lot of news today, so much news that I actually had to save some of it for tomorrow's episode. So since it's the first episode, you might not know, basically what Dingus Daily is, it's a daily show all about Star Wars and Disney, covering the news of the most recent day with Star Wars and Disney. So I go through that, I have my commercial break in the middle, and then typically I would do a review of the day, and also at the end take reviewer questions and submitted topics that you guys want me to talk about. But however, since there's a lot of news on that today, that's not going to be the case. I'm just going to go over the news because this video would be really, really long. But if you do want to submit something that you want me to specifically talk about for a future episode of Disney Dingus Daily, all you have to do is let me know in the comments down below or on Twitter at Dingus_Bringus with the hashtag Dingus Daily. Could be anything Star Wars or Disney related. That's, a theory or news or something you want me to give my thoughts on or something you want me to review for the review of the day. Now, also, for Disney Plus, every week when there's something new, I'll try my best to get as many reviews of that in as possible. So, for example, tomorrow's episode of Dingus Daily, I will 100% have reviews of High School Musical, the musical, the series, episode 5, love that show, and The Mandalorian, episode 5. With other episodes for other shows, I have to catch up on them first, so once I catch up on them, then I'll do reviews of those episodes. But slowly, I will be doing more reviews of episodes of things on Disney+. But with all that out of the way, let's move into the first topic of today. And the first topic of today is that Finn's backstory is going to be revealed in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. So, J.J. Abrams is doing an interview, and I'll leave all the links to all these articles for this video in the description down below. Basically, he said that it is a part of the story of this one, Abrams said, and is alluded to in episode 7. But there's a bit more light shed on that one, end quote. So, this is really interesting to hear. I didn't really think we would get any more of Finn's backstory in the movies. I think that would have been left more towards maybe TV shows or comics. However, I think it is interesting that we're going to get his backstory in this because Daisy Ridley has said on multiple occasions that we will be getting more to Rey's backstory in The Rise of Skywalker. Now, I'm not sure how much more they could do with Finn's backstory in The Rise of Skywalker because we know that he was taken from his parents at birth and then raised in the First Order. And that's really it, to be a Stormtrooper. And I'm not sure how much more you can have from that. Now, I highly doubt he's a Calrissian. I think a lot of people were theorizing that before The Force Awakens. I was myself. But I don't think he's a Calrissian. I feel like we would have known that by now, or that would have been a bigger thing for The Rise of Skywalker, and we probably would have heard about it already. So I doubt he is a Calrissian. Now, something that I am thinking of that's coming to mind, the only thing that's coming to mind about this is we know that there's new Sith troopers being introduced in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, so maybe the group of kids that Finn was taken with when he was really young turned into the Sith troopers. I have no clue. We don't know anything about the Sith troopers, so I'm just spitballing here. Do you guys have any theories about Finn's backstory and what it could be? Because I'm kind of at a loss at, what else they really have to show with Finn other than him going through the ranks of being a Stormtrooper. We have that in a book already. Him being taken from his parents. We know that was what happened. We got that from The Force Awakens. And then he just escaped from the First Order, and that's basically Force Awakens, and now he's a part of the Resistance. So I'm not sure what else they could do with Finn's character, at least the backstory-wise, in Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. So if you have any theories, let me know in the comments down below, and if it's good enough and I like it enough, then I'll make sure to cover it on the show as well and give you a shout-out. But I'm really excited to see this, honestly, because I think Finn is a very underutilized character. I think John Boyega is a fantastic actor, and he's made a few comments recently about Star Wars and about a specific character that I'm going to cover on tomorrow's episode that just make me like him as an actor even more. And I think that Finn as a whole has just been really underutilized in the sequel trilogy. I feel like in The Last Jedi, his whole story was totally useless. Him and Rose's story for Canto Bight was totally useless and didn't have any impact on the planet whatsoever. Take that out, the movie still runs the same, and frankly, is probably a little bit better. In The Force Awakens, he has a bigger role, but I feel like it wasn't a fantastic role, at least in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people that do like Finn. To me, I think Finn has always just been a meh character, so I'm really interested to see what he's all about in Episode 9 in The Rise of Skywalker, and hopefully he's made better. I feel like, and I know a lot of people argue against this, and I feel that makes sense. There is something to argue against this, but I feel like in The Last Jedi, if he did end up sacrificing himself, I feel like that, in my eyes, would have made him a better character, because that sacrifice would have showed how much he's grown. He was in the First Order, he was a part of the bad guys, and then he left them, and now he's willing to die for the Resistance, and I think that would have really improved his character a lot more. Obviously, that didn't happen, and you have people online explaining why, that wouldn't have done anything to the canon anyway, so be it, that's fine, but I feel like him sacrificing himself would have been, made him a martyr, made him this symbol in the Resistance, someone that motivates them to get the job done, to defeat the First Order, and also would have shown that he would have been able to, he was willing to sacrifice himself for the Resistance. So that's just my thoughts on Finn, so I'm really hoping that Episode 9 really builds on Finn more, and makes him a good, likable character, at least in my eyes. But do you like Finn already? Do you not? Let me know in the comments down below, as well as your theory for Finn's backstory and what it could possibly be in Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. So, next thing here, it's actually pretty interesting, and I didn't really think this was happening. It just came out of the blue. There's a new TV show, a Star Wars TV show, coming to Disney+. So, this is Star Wars Jedi Temple Challenge, and it's a child game show coming to Disney Plus in 2020. Now, StarWars.com describes it as this: Star Wars Jedi Temple Challenge, an exciting new Disney Plus game show set in a galaxy far, far away, will test young contestants' ability in the core Jedi principles of strength, knowledge, and bravery as they face thrilling and fun obstacles in an attempt to achieve the rank of Jedi Knight. From lightsabers to hyperspace, the Force, and the dark side, Jedi Temple Challenge transports viewers and contestants into the Star Wars galaxy like never before. The show is hosted by Ahmed Best, who will play a Jedi Master and mentor to the contestants, known to many fans as Jar Jar Binks from the Star Wars prequels. Best's unique set of skills as an actor, dancer, martial art expert, stunt musician, and Star Wars fan make him the perfect choice as the show's host and mentor. Best is joined by a hilarious humanoid droid companion voiced by Mary Holland, Veep, Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. This is definitely a kids' game show like no other, says Lucasfilm Senior Director of Online Content and Programming, Mickey Catbo-Ferry. I apologize if I pronounced that name wrong. The various challenges will test a Padawan's connection to the Force in 3 locations: a forest planet, on board a Jedi Star Cruiser, and inside a Jedi Temple, immersing them and the audience in a fun, humorous, and exciting competition. Star Wars Jedi Temple Challenge brings together the best of Star Wars, competitive spirit, harrowing obstacles, and a hero's triumph over challenges in a totally new format for the franchise, said Dan Silver, Vice President, Originals to Unscripted Content, Disney+. A game show set in the Star Wars galaxy is a perfect fit for Disney+. End quote. I think it sounds really cool, and I'm really happy that Ahmed Best is the one that is going to be hosting this, because I think Ahmed Best, he's gone through a lot of crap. I mean, everything that happened with him in the prequels. Look, people are allowed to not like a character, but everything he went through was just totally unwarranted and uncalled for. I've always liked Jar Jar. I still, to this day, like Jar Jar, even though I'm probably too old to. A lot of people don't, and that's fine. But I'm really happy that they got Ahmed Best, of all people, to host it, because I think he needs to come back into Star Wars and be back in the limelight of Star Wars and really just have fun in it, have time to shine, have people really enjoy his presence in Star Wars again. So I'm really looking forward to that, and just sounds really fun in general. Star Wars Jedi Challenge show, I think it just sounds really fun. So I'm really looking forward to this. We don't have an exact date for when this is going to release, but once we get more info, I'll make sure to cover it on Disney Dingus Daily. 2020, sometime next year on Disney Plus, this is going to drop. I'm really looking forward to it. What do you guys think about this? Are you excited for this show? Are you not excited? And why? Now, what we have next, though, is probably what I'm most excited to talk about for this episode. You probably saw it in the title and the thumbnail. Adam Driver, the actor who plays Kylo Ren, he did an interview with Entertainment Weekly, and he said that he does not think Kylo Ren needs to be redeemed. So, he said this: "What does it have to be redeemed for?" Driver shot back. "Kylo Ren has a different identity, a different definition of what redemption is," Driver says. "He's already been redeemed in his story. I don't think there is a thought of redemption. He doesn't have an outside lens of the events, you know? You know what I mean? That's more of an outsider's view of his world. I love that. I absolutely love that because that's what I've been saying this entire time. Kylo Ren, did I make a video on this channel? I don't know. But Kylo Ren, in my eyes, is irredeemable. Now, clearly he's going to be redeemed in Episode 9. I think that's a foregone conclusion. I think everybody can agree that Kylo Ren is going to end up being redeemed in Episode 9. But I just think that, as of right now, I mean, maybe they write it some way in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker that makes complete sense. Now, I'm leaving all my expectations at the door for Rise of Skywalker, so I go in fresh, without any of my theories or things like this that I don't think he should be redeemed. I'm leaving that at the door so it doesn't impact my liking of the movie. But as of right now, I don't think he can be redeemed. I mean, he killed his father. And yeah, I know people say he hesitated on killing his mother. However, at the end of Star Wars The Last Jedi, his own mother didn't feel the good in him. And if anybody's going to feel the light in Kylo Ren again, anybody, it's going to be his own mother. Especially since she has Force abilities and that kind of connection to Kylo Ren. For Anakin Skywalker, people always go back to Darth Vader and saying, well, Darth Vader did terrible things, he did terrible acts, he committed genocide, yet he was redeemable. But there was always a bit of light inside of Darth Vader. Remember the reason why he turned to the dark side. Anakin Skywalker didn't turn to the dark side because he was evil. Yes, he was seduced to the dark side, but in his eyes, he was doing it for a good reason. He did it because he thought he was going to be able to save his wife from dying. I think anybody would have done what Darth Vader did if you knew, or at least in Anakin's eyes, he thought he knew that he was going to be able to save Padme from death. There was always light in Anakin. Padme, who has no Force abilities, always felt that. Luke felt that. At the end of Star Wars The Last Jedi, Leia, his own mother, did not feel that. People go to the line from Luke, no one's ever really gone, to say that Kylo Ren is still redeemable. I disagree with that line. I think that line is more referring to Han Solo. I mean, Luke shows Leia Han's dice right after that line. Remember, this is the first time that Luke and Leia are interacting in, maybe 30-ish years? And it's right after Han Solo's death. Han's death. Luke's best friend, his brother-in-law. So, the first thing he's going to say to Leia is, on some level, his condolences. He's sorry about Han dying, and that's exactly what he was doing there in that scene. To me, at least, he was saying to Leia, look, I'm sorry that Han's dead. I feel terrible about it, and I wasn't there to help save him. But he's never really gone. Han is not gone. And that's how I interpreted that scene. His own mother didn't feel the light in Kylo Ren. That's enough for me. That's enough for me for Kylo Ren to not be redeemable anymore. It's not about the acts he committed. It's about, inside, is there still light in him? And according to his own mother, no. There isn't any light in him. And I think what Adam Driver said about Kylo Ren is a perfect way to put it. In Kylo's mind, he's not redeemable. To Kylo, there is no light left in him. And that's big, because in The Force Awakens and most of The Last Jedi, Kylo Ren is still torn between the light and the dark. He still always felt that light inside of him. And then at the end, he's fully evil, and that fully evil Kylo Ren is the best version of Kylo Ren. He is fantastic when he's a fully evil villain. But the fact that now Kylo Ren doesn't even feel that chance of redemption anymore, at least according to Adam Driver, again, just proves more that he's irredeemable, because he used to be able to have that light feeling. He always had that feeling of the light side calling to him and pulling him and trying to redeem him. But now that that's gone, him being able to be redeemed is gone. Like I said, though, J.J. Abrams could write this in a fantastic way, and it could be on screen. We could see the Rise of Skywalker. He gets redeemed, which, again, he probably is, and it'll make all sense. It'll be great. That's likely to happen, and I hope that's the case. But going right now, as of right now, not knowing what's going to happen in the Rise of Skywalker, going into the movie, based off of what we had in the past, I just don't personally feel like Kylo Ren can be redeemed anymore. So even though I think we all know Kylo Ren is going to be redeemed, to me at least, it's really exciting that Adam Driver said that because, one, it just shows how much Adam Driver knows the character of Kylo Ren. Like, man, I was a huge fan of Adam Driver before that, but the fact that he doesn't even have to, come out and say that his character is this deep. He just, a couple sentences, and he showed how much he knows the character. Now, I'm not saying that J.J. Abrams or Chris Terrio don't know the character of Kylo Ren, because clearly J.J. Abrams does. He wrote the character Kylo Ren. He created Kylo Ren. So clearly J.J. Abrams knows who Kylo Ren is. That's why I have no doubt that he'll probably write a great redemption arc for him. But it's always great when an actor clearly knows their part, and they're not looking from an outside lens. He specifically mentioned that Kylo Ren doesn't have this kind of outside lens like us. We're omnipresent in this. We know everything that's going on. But the character don't. And I think that's really important for actors and the fans to think about. And that's a topic for another time. I can talk about that all day with Luke Skywalker, but I'm not going to get into that now. I think it's just really exciting for me at least, because since we all know and we all expect Kylo Ren to be redeemed, the fact that Adam Driver says this doesn't change the fact that he's probably going to be redeemed, but it makes me rethink things for at least a split second and hesitate for a split second about him possibly being redeemed. So let me know in the comments, guys. Do you think that Kylo Ren is redeemable? Do you think he will be redeemed? Or have these comments kind of shifted your thoughts? Do you think that it's possible that maybe Kylo Ren isn't redeemable anymore? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Alright, so before we get into the Disney topics really fast, I'm going to go over my commercial break. So make sure either you pause the video right now, get a drink, get a snack, go to the bathroom, I don't know. But you can follow me on Twitter at Dingus_Bringus. That is also, like I said, where you can send in your topics that you want me to talk about for the show. Anything Disney or Star Wars, news, theories, something you want my thoughts on, rumors, something to review for review of the day. Let me know there with the hashtag Disney Dingus. Now you can also follow me and find me on YouTube, Dingus_Bringus. That is my superhero channel. I cover Marvel and DC news, a very similar show to this called Dingus Daily. Very similar, instead of just Star Wars and Disney news, it's Marvel and DC news. So if you're interested in that, make sure to go there. I post videos there every day at 3 p.m. Eastern. And also I have the channel Bringus Unbox, which is my unboxing channel every day at 5 p.m. Eastern, where I just post me unboxing and talking about toys and collectibles that I think are pretty cool. So check me out there. I also have merch, link to that in the description down below as well. So next up here, we have the Disney topics. Now, some of these, they're not as in-depth as the other ones, but there's quite a few of them. So, today is December 5th, as of recording this video and as of it being released, and Rise of the Resistance opened today in the Star Wars Hollywood Studios Galaxy's Edge. Now, I'm not going to go in-depth about anything about the ride, like reviews or, well, I'll say what the general consensus is, but I'm not going to go deep into spoilers for this ride, just in case you don't want to know anything about this ride, because there's a lot of people there that want that. If you want that from me, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a whole video covering in-depth about this ride, spoilers, and full reviews of it, because that way I'll just make a segment on that, and then I'll just let you guys know, hey, there will be spoilers for Rise of the Resistance in this segment of the video, so skip to this part. If you want that to happen, let me know. However, it did open today, and the general consensus is that this ride is fantastic. People are saying that it's one of the greatest rides, if not the greatest ride attraction in any theme park. I think that's really exciting too. And I think from everything we've seen, that makes a lot of sense. What they're bringing into this ride, everything they're combining with this ride, from animatronics to just everything for this ride, I think that makes a lot of sense. That's what I was expecting. But the hype for this ride just makes me even more excited to go on it eventually, whenever that's going to be. I'm really excited for this. If you've ridden Rise of the Resistance already, leave your thoughts in the comments on how you thought it was. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Try to avoid saying any kind of spoilers for the ride, just in case someone doesn't want spoilers and they go in the comments and they read into it and they want to see your thoughts. They might not want to see spoilers for the ride, so try to avoid those, but let me know what you thought of the ride, and was it good? Was it not good? Something to also note, though, that the line for this ride was incredibly long. The virtual queue for this filled up incredibly fast. So a lot of people didn't actually get to ride this ride today, which is really fascinating. And I think a lot of people were waiting for this ride to open in Disney World to actually start going to Galaxy's Edge, because we saw the articles and YouTube videos that the crowd for Galaxy's Edge was a little bit less than a lot of people originally thought. Now, it wasn't terrible. It's not like some people want you to believe that Galaxy's Edge is a failure. it's by no means a failure. But I think a lot of people were waiting for Rise of the Resistance to open and be an actual ride that can go on to really fully go to Galaxy's Edge. So I think starting today, really, we'll see a lot more crowd in Galaxy's Edge and a lot more people going there to visit Galaxy's Edge and to ride these two rides and have the full experience instead of having to just go on Smuggler's Run and then having to wait a few months and then go back again for Rise of the Resistance. So I'm really looking forward to going on this ride eventually, whenever that is. And let me know what you thought of this ride in the comments section down below. Also, I forgot to mention that this ride opens in Disneyland Galaxy's Edge on January 17th. So, open first in Hollywood Studios. It's open right now, but in Disneyland, it is going to open on January 17th. Now, let's get into the next part. This is about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We have an official open date for that ride. So, the open date is March 4th, 2020. So, not that long now until we'll be getting this ride. This ride also, I think, is really exciting. It's going to take over the place of the Great Movie Ride. I wasn't a major fan of the Great Movie Ride, so I wasn't that sad when this was being announced to take over that spot. I know a lot of people were sad because a lot of people really enjoy that ride. I was never a huge fan, and I think this could be really neat because I think just feeling like you're going to be in a cartoon, because that's kind of the feel of this ride. It's going to feel like you step into the cartoon world, you step into a Mickey and Minnie cartoon. I think that's really cool. And I think another thing that could be cool with this ride is that it could kind of be a teaser for the Mary Poppins attraction at Epcot. Now, we don't have any official details on that yet. We don't know what it's going to be or when it's going to open. But they might do it where you feel like you're in a cartoon, like how a lot of Mary Poppins, it's live action and cartoon combined. So I think this could be a teaser for that and kind of a test for the Mary Poppins attraction to see how well this works. You know, what can we do to improve the feeling you're in a cartoon? What are we doing good that we can keep? So I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be a really fun ride, and I'm excited that's coming sooner rather than later, so we should hear a lot more about that soon. Once we do, as always, I will keep you updated on the episode of Dingus Daily after that. Now, we also have a general open date for Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser at Disney's Hollywood Studios, so we don't have a specific day yet, but it has been announced that Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is going to open in 2021. Now, again, we don't have a specific day yet. However, that's sooner than I thought. I thought it was going to be 2022. We don't have a time of year either. We don't have like spring, summer, fall, winter. My guess, if I had to give a prediction on when it's going to open, I would say probably somewhere around fall, winter area, probably the fall-ish area. Hopefully it's sooner. I think that'd be really cool for it to be sooner. And Disney, you know, if you want to send me out there to, you know, test it out for you and show people what it's all about, I would not be opposed to that. But this whole experience sounds just fantastic. It's like a 2 to 3 day stay because it's a fully immersive experience. You have things to do all around the hotel. I'll be making a video when it gets closer to opening, everything you need to know about the hotel. But you have lightsaber training, you have interactions with aliens, the windows look like you're in space. You have an immersive trip to Galaxy's Edge where you ride in a Star Wars transport with aliens and droids on the transport. Just everything about it sounds so great, and I can't wait to see more of this. I can't wait to see actual pictures of what the hotel actually looks like and what the resort actually looks like, and I want to see pictures of, you know, what it's going to be like. What's the lightsaber training going to be like? What are the aliens going to look like around the resort? What are the droids going to look like around the resort? I'm really, really excited and interested to see what that's going to be. Now, since D23 is every 2 years, maybe that's what's going to happen in the next D23 in 2021, right before this resort opens. Maybe then that's when we're going to get all this info about Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser. That's my guess. It's going to be the next time we get info is then. And they'll probably just want to keep it tight-lipped right now because they want it to be a fully immersive experience, so they might not want you to know too much about it, at least officially from them before. Obviously, we have people online that'll be saying what they went through, but they might not want to officially give those details out yet. So I'm really looking forward to this, and everything about it. 2021 is earlier than I originally expected. What do you guys think about this? Are you excited for this Galactic Star Cruiser yet? We don't have any official prices yet either. That's going to be the big thing. How expensive is this going to be? Because it's probably going to be pretty expensive. So are you excited for this? Are you not? There's some more stuff you want to know, or just some things that you're maybe concerned about with this hotel. Now, finally here, we have that DuckTales is going to be replacing the Agent P experience at Epcot. So if you don't know, for a long time now, they used to have a Kim Possible experience, like a basically a thing where you get this phone, you go around Epcot, you do these missions, and it used to be Kim Possible themed. Then they changed it to Agent P for Phineas and Ferb, and then now, once again, they are changing it to DuckTales. And I think this makes sense. I enjoyed it a lot when it was Kim Possible. I enjoyed it a lot when it was Agent P. But Kim Possible is no longer a show, and now Phineas and Ferb is no longer a show, and DuckTales is one of their big shows right now on Disney XD. I'm not caught up with it yet. I watched the first episode. I liked it a lot, so I have to catch up on it more with Disney+. But we have a poster here for it, DuckTales World Showcase Adventure, and I think this could be really fun, too. So, officially, what was said about it was this. Disney's DuckTales World Showcase Adventure invites guests to join Scrooge McDuck, Donald, nephews Huey, Dewey, Louie, Launchpad, and Webby in search of priceless treasure. Using the Play Disney Parks mobile app, guests take a trip around World Showcase, discovering exotic destinations, exciting mysteries, and maybe even a few thieves, villains, and supernatural guardians of ancient artifacts. This will be the next iteration of a popular interactive scavenger hunt around World Showcase guests have enjoyed for years as they experience the magic of possibility at Epcot. Now, also, I think this is a neat idea, too, because DuckTales is a property that's been around for a long time. For parents and kids now, they can have a great experience with this. Like, with Kim Possible, the parents might not have enjoyed it as much because they might not have been fans of Kim Possible. And same things with Phineas and Ferb. But now, DuckTales, since the original DuckTales was around when these parents were kids, and now there's new DuckTales for their kids, this could be a good way for them to both experience the fun around DuckTales and really maybe have a fun bonding moment over this. I don't know, but I think this could be really neat. I'm excited to see more pictures about this and have more information about this. We don't know exactly when the switch is going to happen, but once we do, as always, like I said, for all these other things, I'll make sure to let you know on Disney Dingus Daily. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that it's good that they're changing it, or do you think that, no, I would have preferred it to be Agent P themed? Let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. So that's it, guys, for the first episode of Disney Dingus Daily. If there's anything that I can do to improve these episodes and make them more enjoyable for you, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, tomorrow we have some more stuff about the Disney parks to cover that I just didn't include today because the video would be too long. Also, we definitely have the reviews of episode 5 of High School Musical, the musical, the series, and The Mandalorian. Check that out. We also hopefully have more news, Star Wars and Disney related, that comes throughout the day. If there's anything specific you want me to talk about, whether it be something news-related, something you want me to give my thoughts upon, some kind of rumor or theory, or something you want me to review about Star Wars and or Disney, let me know either in the comments down below or on Twitter at Dingus_Bringus with the hashtag DisneyDingus so I know you want to include it in the show. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future Disney Dingus Daily episodes every day at 7 p.m. Eastern. If you enjoyed, smash that like button down below, guys. That'd be greatly appreciated. And share this out with friends and family and on social media so we can get more people in here and more people a part of this community and aware of this show. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. And this has been your daily dose of Dingus.